Hi everyone, this is Dr. Celeste Amaya. I'm an integrative physician. My medicine is about healing, healing people one person at a time. I merge East and West medicines together and to allow the patients and clients to reach optimal well-being. So today in our tutorial, we're going to do a little bit of relaxation and letting go of tension, letting go of troubles, letting go of heaviness. But before we do, I would like to invite you to check out, if you haven't already, my blog comes out weekly. It's under Physician Healer and it's on the platform substack.com, and that is substack.com. You can also download the Android or iPhone app under Substack, and that way you're going to get my latest newsletters as soon as they come out. So thank you for joining me today. If you like anything that you see today, hear today, either on my newsletter blog or my YouTube video, please remember to hit like, subscribe, and comment here or comment over on the page of my Substack newsletter. And I'll make sure that if there are any questions you have, anything you'd like to see more of, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer all of your questions that you have. And again, get your friends, family, if any of this calls to them, if you feel any of this will resonate with anyone you know, please feel free to share, and I can go ahead and keep these things going. Anyway, thank you. So before we go further, I'm just going to kind of touch upon this last week or two of just having a lot of clients coming in with just a lot of health issues, feelings of being upset, feeling frustrated, also about the medical system, whoever they were seeing, some need was not being met, and through the frustration it actually worsens or it aggravates their underlying condition. But what I tell them is sometimes whatever happens for a reason. And I know this gets a little philosophical, but it's just that I also know from what I've been through, and because I'm human also, I have family, I have friends, there are things that happen. I've learned to somehow gather tools to help me kind of move forward and navigate through a lot of these things that we have no control over. A lot of times what seems really bad, as you know, that there are certain laws of nature that have to deal with quantum physics. It is said that whatever is a little bad, on the other side of that chaos is a little bit of good. There's always a positive and a negative, a dark and a light. There's always a balance. There's an up and a down. There's never just one side. Otherwise, there's no difference. There's no way, there's no balance. You can't have hot without cold. There's no way of comparing. So whenever something seems highly chaotic or highly negative, highly unpleasant, know that the first thing you ask yourself is, okay, is there something I can do right this moment? Or even like a little bit later, yes or no? The answer is no, then you have to just let it go. I know it's harder said than done, but you have to first say, well, is there something I can do about it? Yes or no? No, I can't. If I get mad about it, if I get frustrated, am I going to change anything? No, I'm probably going to elevate my own cortisol levels and cause more inflammation with my body, and then cause more pain, more depression, more anxiety, more headaches, more stomach pains, more joint pain, whatever we have. So the thing is to really just kind of step back and say, okay, I'm not going to react, because reacting is what we normally do when we feel that everything's happening to us. We play the level of the victim. So we want to take control. We want to respond instead of reacting. So we ask ourselves, okay, so this happened. I really can't do anything about it. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to start getting curious. Why do you want to do that? When you begin to get curious and you treat this as an experiment, a research project, if you will, you begin to take control over the situation. You begin to say, well, now wait a minute, this is not running me, this is not controlling me, this happened, but you know what, I'll bet you it happened for a reason. What am I supposed to learn from this? Everything, as you know, is a lesson. Nothing happens by chance. Nothing ever happens by chance. We think that it is. Run of bad luck, whatever you want to call it, but no, everything bad that happens to us. It's meant to be a lesson for us, because there is something we need to take away from that lesson, because that's going to help us tomorrow, next week, next year, 2 years from now. And then you think back, my gosh, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been able to be fortunate enough to be in this situation. If that didn't happen 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago, this great fortune wouldn't have happened to me. I can't imagine if that didn't happen. It's the way it always is, but the problem is we can't see that far into the future. We're never able to. All we can see is what's here and now, and sometimes what's here and now is quite scary. Not only scary, but frustrating, and you become very worried and fearful. So I try to remind everyone, look, there are two words, faith and fear, okay? Fear is what mostly we gravitate towards. But do you know, think about it, both fear and faith depend on believing in something that isn't visible. If you fear something, you believe that there's something you can't see, but something bad's going to happen. The outcome's going to be very negative. But faith is also believing in something you can't see. But faith is the other way around. It's believing in something you can't see, but it has a really positive outcome. So between the two, which one are you going to benefit more from? Faith. So choose faith when you can, instead of fear. The other thing that you have to remember is everything that happens, it's not happening to us, it's actually happening for us many times. But all we have to do is step back and ask ourselves, what lessons can we learn? Now, I've also heard that some people view chaos, whatever we're labeling as unpleasant, as a manure, soil, whatever you call it, to grow a better garden. Thank you, thank you for the bad stuff. Well, actually, thank you for the manure, because now I'm going to be able to build a better and more beautiful garden. You change it around. When you change it around, you begin to control the situation. And so that being said, just remember, always choose another way. Whenever you choose to go down into the spiral, you go down into what's unpleasant and you become even more upset, nothing good ever comes out of it. And it's very hard, because sometimes the body, how the body feels, dictates what you do next. Remember though, the body is only a faithful servant of the mind. The mind, you've heard of mind over matter. The mind governs the body. Whatever the mind says, the body does. Whatever the mind says, the body believes. So if the mind tells the body the truth, it believes it. If the mind tells the body a lie or something imaginative, it believes it too. Remember, I had talked before about the experiment with a bunch of football players in a room. When they were told to close their eyes and imagine that they were on the field running a touchdown, the heart rate went up, the blood pressure went up, and they began to produce sweat through the sweat glands. But they were all in a room. What was different? It was the mind. The mind told them that they were running. So in the mind, whatever was going on, the body followed. The body didn't realize that they were all actually in a room. They weren't outside running at all. There are other experiments that if you just look them up, go online and look up, mind over matter, the mind's power over the body, you'll find a whole slew of different experiments that have been done over the course of time, and they are really amazing and incredible experiments. They really boggle the mind, no pun intended. So anyway, we're going to take this moment now and just kind of settle back, give us back some power. Remember, that's really helpful and very important to remember that we need to care for ourselves. And the way we care for ourselves is not to get ourselves more stressed out and more anxious about things that we have no control over. But most importantly, remember, it may not be as we think. Something that happens, we're immediately perceiving something as really bad. Things aren't bad, things aren't good, things just are. You have to remember that. It is what it is. You have to remember that whatever it is, however we think, if it's bad or good, it's the way we think it. So it's about attitude. If you're going to pick a good or a bad attitude, just pick the better attitude. Just try to pick the better one of the two. The body will eventually follow. You just have to be persistent. You have to keep going at it and be patient. Patience is basically like planting a seed and waiting for the seed to come out. You don't dig up the seed and figure out, oh shoot, the roots are in, but it's dead now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and replant the seed. You don't do that. You know that eventually something's going to happen. You know why? Because if you make one small change every day, you know that the situation has been changed. You changed it. And just because visibly your five senses aren't telling you any evidence, which is what the egoic mind wants you to think. It wants you to think that nothing's happening. And then it wants you to go back to the way you were. Well, you know how good that worked out, the way you were, the way you are now. So remember that however it is now, you need to paint a new picture. Be that new picture and let the old one go. And that's how we change. That's how we get better. Okay? And also when you start feeling better and you start feeling more positive, we are all emotion. We are vibrational. Vibrational, anything is energy. Okay? We are electrical mostly. So with electricity, that's pure energy, one form of energy. So what you have to remember is that everything vibrates. If you vibrate positivity, you're going to have more of a chance of whatever you want coming true to come true and to find you. If you vibrate negatively, basically, let's say you have a bad attitude, well, you're going to invite and attract all the people who have bad attitudes towards you, and then you're wondering why people are so mean to you. If you vibrate in a positive way and you are more happy, you look at things, this is, I'm not feeling too good, but you know what? I'm just going to tell everyone everything's fantastic, everything is awesome. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to raise my endorphins. I'm going to go ahead and vibrate in this way so that my energy is high and is positive. Well, then when things kind of come together, they're going to find me. Positive people attract positive things into their lives. Negative people attract negative things into their lives. It's just physics. So it's not rocket science, okay? So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started and just do a few minutes with me of gentle relaxation, just kind of letting all the troubles, the heaviness, all the different frustrations we've had to encounter in the past week or so, just to kind of let them dissipate. So I'm going to have you find a place that's comfortable, find a place that's quiet, and either sit up or you can lie down comfortably. If you do fall asleep, again, it doesn't matter. It's meditative sleep. You can wake up and replay this video when you're up, when you're up and you're more awake and not going to bed and not going to sleep. But it's okay. If you're tired, just go ahead and lie down. But if you can't sit up, then sit up with me. I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes very gently. And I'm going to ask you to just take a moment and feel yourself. Allow yourself to be aware of this moment. Allow yourself to be aware of this space that's all around us, and that you're a part of this space, and that I'm part of this space. Take a moment and feel yourself breathing. Take a moment and feel your heart beating. Take a moment and feel the clothing that touches parts of your skin. And allow yourself to hold space for yourself. And then open that up and release yourself into the space. And know that the space is just vast. Allow yourself to feel that connection, that there is a sense of oneness, that we're never alone. Go ahead and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And track that breath all the way down into the belly, and take about 5 to 7 seconds to do so. If you want to slow the inhale, just go ahead and breathe in through pursed lips. Okay, and then you can slow the inhale down a little bit to 5 to 7 seconds and just breathe in. And then release 5 to 7 seconds out. Breathe in again. And out. And then just breathe very gently and very quietly. And as you allow yourself to get grounded here, bring your focus to the here and now, I'm going to go ahead and have you access the chest meridian points and begin tapping here gently. I ask that my mind, body, and spirit come together in connection today to allow all my elements to not only connect, but allow these precious moments to have my body heal, restore, regenerate into a balanced state. I'm here to allow my body, my mind to release the things that no longer serve, to allow my mind to wander freely, to release the heaviness and the burdens that have accumulated within me over time. I release you freely. I allow my body to invite all that is still and all that is calm to flow freely through my body, cleansing my body, clearing the clutter and the noise, allowing all things that no longer serve me to be freely released and let go. Go ahead and change the meridian point to the blade of the hand and begin gently tapping here. As I ask my mind, body, and spirit to come into coherence, I do so with great gratitude and appreciation. I remember that I am love, I am light, I am joy, and I am peace. I am everything that I've often sought, everything that I chase after, everything that I get. But I know that there is nothing to get, there's nothing to chase. All the answers and solutions are here, and they've always been here. I am the answer and I am the solution. Go ahead and change the meridian point to the other side of the blade of the hand. As I breathe into the present moment, breathe into the now, I am aware that in the now, all things are possible. There's no past and there's no future. I release everything into this moment. I allow everything to be in this moment, with me, through me, for me. Go ahead and change the meridian point to the eyebrow and begin tapping either one side or both sides together. As my mind, body, and spirit make that connection, I'm aware of a oneness. I'm connected to things much more vast than I can ever imagine. I'm connected to things that I know and things that I have yet to know. But it is through this connection I know that I'm never alone. Go ahead and change the meridian point to the corner of the eye. Through this connection, I know that I remain free, free to flow, free to move as one, connected, aligned, and unified. Through these moments, I allow my body to heal, to restore, to regenerate. Regenerates its vibrancy and resilience, allowing my body to rise and allowing my body to flow freely with ease, without effort. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the eye at the top of the cheekbone. Through these moments of connection, I am aware of a oneness with everything around me, everything and everyone. It is said that I am in every blade of grass, I am in every grain of sand, I am in every drop in every ocean. That when I place my hand on the bark of a tree, when I place my hand on a twig, a leaf, a petal, and if I find these items beautiful, it is because I see the beauty that is reflected from me. For all the world is a mirror of who I am. Change the meridian point to under the nose, above the upper lip. As I allow my body to be set free, my mind to be set free, as I allow my mind, body, and spirit to come into coherence, I say that it is so, and so it becomes. Things are how they are. Things become how they become. And I know that none of that has anything to do with me. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the lower lip at the dip. It is also said that wherever I am, wherever I've been, however I feel, this is exactly how I'm supposed to feel. Wherever I've gone, that's exactly where I should have gone. Whatever it is because it is meant to happen in such a way, and I accept that. Go ahead and switch and change the meridian point back into the chest and gently use the repetitive pressure here, tapping, if you will. As I breathe into this moment, breathe into the present time, breathe into the now, I immerse all of my senses here, and I gather together all the things that bring peace, love, joy, and light into my body, through my body, to merge with my own light. That when I open the doors inward to allow my own light to shine ever so brightly. For I am light, I am love, I am peace, and I am joy. Allow yourself to now go back to the blade of the hand. I release all tension and all pressures throughout my body. I release the pressure off my scalp. I release the pressure off my forehead. I release the pressure off my eyelids and the tissues around both eyes. I release all pressure and all tension from my face, my throat, and my neck. I release the pressure from my shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. I release my pressure in my chest, my abdomen, inside and outside, releasing all pressure from the skin, muscles, tissues, all organs, glands, and cells. I release the pressure off my thighs, my knees, my shins, my calves, my ankles, feet, and toes. I allow my entire body to be placed in a healthy, peaceful state of being, allowing every part of my body to go deeper still into the deepest states of physical relaxation, and allowing my body to go deeper still every time and with time. I will now change the meridian point to the other side, the other blade of the hand. As I allow my body to use this time to heal and to restore into a balanced state, I ask that my mind take me to my most beautiful place of peace, love, beauty, and joy. Go ahead and change the meridian point back into the chest. And as my mind begins to craft and design my perfect life as I see it, as I've envisioned it 2-3 years from now, I ask that my mind bring me close to the people I love and those who love me back, to bring me to my favorite mountains, favorite waterways, flowers, favorite bird songs, favorite fragrances, favorite conversations, favorite times where we've laughed, hugged, and embraced, favorite things that I've done with people, and things that are just by myself, sitting in reflection in deep contentment, feeling a true calm, a true quiet, remembering the times when it's just rain and I go outside and I can smell the sweetness of the earth, feeling the squishiness of the sand between my toes, whether the sand was dry or wet, listening to the ocean as it comes, listening to the waters from the rivers, the creeks, listening to the quiet bird songs when I'm watching the lake, going for walks through the woods, smelling the smells of all the leaves and the flowers that have bloomed, whether it's spring, summer, winter, or autumn. I'm aware of all the seasons and I have my favorites, allowing myself to come into a moment of peace, to come into all that is perfect in my perfect life that I have envisioned. I gather together everything that will make the life perfect, for I know what I hold in my mind, I will end up holding in my hand. What is in my mind will become reality as I anchor the emotions, anchor my thoughts, my desires, and all that comes into a behavior that will give me a result, and that result becomes a reality. So whatever I hold in my mind to be true will be manifested at some point in time. So I will gather together everything that I hold true and dear to me with love, with peace, with joy, with so much light. Allow myself now to bring in the peace and to feel all that is light all around me, the abundance of all things that I am deserving of, allowing all the light to come through me, for me, and all around me. I will go ahead and change the meridian point to the eyebrow. I allow peace to flow through me. Change to the corner of the eye. I allow love to come through me. Change to the bottom of the eye. I allow peace, joy, and laughter to come through me. Go ahead and change to under the nose. I release all negativity. I release all stress from my body, from my mind, from my spirit. Change to under the lower lip. I bring light, I bring peace, I bring joy and love to flow through my body, surround my body, and to be kept within my body. Go ahead and change back to the chest points. I release all things that don't serve me. I release all heaviness. I release my fears. I release my worries. I release all things that do not serve me. I am perfect as I am. I allow myself to be in the present time, to be all here in the present moment, to breathe into the present moment, and know that all I have to do is just simply be. I am grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for my heartbeat. I'm grateful for my existence. I'm grateful for no reason at all. And for that, I am grateful. I'm grateful to allow anything to just sit with me and to let those things pass. All things are lessons for me, releasing whatever's left that's heavy, releasing whatever's left that lingers on, that is clutter, that is noise. I release you freely. Go ahead now and allow your hands to rest on your lap. And take a slow, deep breath in, taking about 5 to 7 seconds. And just visualize bringing in all that brightness into every cell of the body. And release. Breathe in again. And let it out. And just go ahead and continue breathing very quietly, very gently, and allow yourself to just sit with your eyes closed for just a few more minutes. Allowing yourself to be aware of the heartbeat, be aware of your breath, be aware of the fact that you're here, that you exist. Remember that there are no extra humans, that we're all needed, we're all unique, and we're all necessary. Remember that we are spirit. Remember that we have light, and we are light, that we are energy. Remember that we have control, we have powers. Remember that we have creative imagination. Remember that we have strength. We have courage. Take a moment to just feel yourself in this vast space. Take note of the ambient sounds and noises, whether it be dogs barking or children playing, shouting outside, people talking, cars moving around. Perhaps the AC is going or the fan is going, a motor is running. And just allow yourself to be a part of all that. And to just feel accepted, that the space is all accepting of us. Give your body permission to let the things go that no longer serve you. Cut yourself a break. We deserve it. Let the mind wander. Let the mind wander anywhere. Remember, the mind knows how to get rid of the trash. So let it go and give thanks. Hold gratitude for all things. Gratitude for the mind, gratitude for the heartbeat, gratitude for just being here as ourselves. Gratitude in knowing that our job is to simply show up, not in a certain way or a specific way, just as we are. And know that we have the ability to choose. Let us choose for the body. Choose where we want to go. Choose our direction. Plant that new seed and watch it grow. Choose faith. Discard the fear. Be brave. Things always work out. They always do. Let things just simply flow. Take a slow, deep breath in again. And release. Deep breath in again. And release. When it calls to you, gently and slowly, I invite you to open your eyes and just simply stare for a little while and allow your body to gently come out into the present time, into this present moment, into this present reality. If it calls to you, feel free to just close your eyes again and sit for another 30 minutes or 40 minutes, however long you wish to just continue, and just allow things to flow through you. Pay attention to things that come through the mind. Ignore the things that you don't want to really see. Remember that all things are passing through. They are not things, not images that are coming in. These are not thoughts that are coming in. These are thoughts and images that are leaving. So your job is to let them leave. Feel free to also hit replay and start from the very beginning. And a lot of times you will get something different from each time you do the sitting. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank you for joining me on this tutorial. I ask you to join me again next week, and be sure to check out my newsletter, substack.com, Physician Healer, for more insights, for more information, and for more exercises in terms of doing more meridians, more statements. They're called intentional statements. I usually try to put a little section there to help you guys out with how to form intentional statements. And so until next time, I want to thank you for joining me. So remember to hit a like, hit the alert button, just to get every new issue and every new tutorial that comes out. Feel free to comment and share, and let your friends and family know if you like what you saw, you like what you hear, and you found something meaningful and helpful to you. So until next time, I want to thank you again with love and gratitude. I wish you many blessings, and I hope you have a lot coming to be grateful for this coming week. Well, thank you for joining me now. Bye-bye.